Hi there, welcome to another edition of Inside the Caribbean. I'm Hume Johnson. On February 25, Jamaicans go to the polls to elect a new government. And so this week, I want to talk a little bit about Jamaican elections because any election is always a very interesting moment for this Caribbean island. We learn about the history, style, the challenges, and also the improvements in the electoral process over the years. So it's 1944, and Jamaica is a colony of Great Britain. Jamaican men and women of all races are granted the right to vote. The first elections were held that same year, 1944, in a free and fair electoral system. Between 1944 and 1962, when Jamaica gained its independence from Britain, Jamaica held 5 elections. But by 1979, the Jamaican Parliament established the Electoral Advisory Committee to improve the structure of the elections. And over the next 50 years, Jamaica would work tirelessly to improve its electoral process so that the Jamaican people can feel confident that it's free and fair. Now, I'm sure you want to know about the style of Jamaican elections. Crazy fun, excitement can't done. Lots of music, lots of excitement, lots of street conventions. It's really no different from a reggae party, but you really have to come down to Jamaica to experience this for yourself. But beyond the excitement, Jamaican elections usually involve the contest between 2 main political parties. Mind you, there are third parties, but the main contenders are the People's National Party, PNP, and the Jamaica Labour Party, the JLP. The PNP is historically democratic socialist, while the JLP is a more conservative organization. Now, both contest the elections in what is called a first past the post electoral system. It basically means winner takes all. Whichever candidate has the majority of seats, and there are 63 seats being contested for, becomes the Prime Minister. Now in Jamaica, there are no fixed election dates. Elections take place every 5 years, but it's the Prime Minister during their time in office that decides on the date of the election. So the current Prime Minister, Portia Simpson Miller, who is the leader of the People's National Party and was elected in 2011, decided on February 25, 2016 as the date for the elections. I want to share with you now some of the challenges facing the Jamaican electoral system. In 1980, Jamaica's elections were so emotionally driven that over 800 people were killed in various confrontations and conflict. Fierce differences between the PNP's Michael Manley and the JLP's Edward Siaga sparked so much controversy and anger that it resulted in horrendous massacre where 800 people were killed. Now, at varying levels, this incredible divide between the PNP and the JLP has persisted over the years. But not all problems are this traumatic. There are other challenges, such as the voter turnout, for example. In 1944, Jamaica's voter turnout was 58% rather, and it rose to a high of 87% in 1980. Now, to put this massive voter turnout into perspective, I'll remind you that the voter turnout in the United States in 1980 was only 52.8%. Sadly, the voter turnout in Jamaica has decreased massively over the last 2 decades. People turn out to vote in very few numbers, with only a little over 50% of people voting. Sadly, this creates elections which do not adequately represent the nation and leave some groups which are underrepresented by the government. So it's very important for Jamaicans to turn out to vote and let your voices be heard. Finally, I want to leave you with some good news. There are many improvements that the government of Jamaica has made to ensure that its elections are free and fair. For example, in 2006, the Jamaican government established the Electoral Commission of Jamaica to protect elections from the influence and control of government. In 2008, under the prime ministership of Bruce Golding, Jamaicans had a wide-ranging discussion about electoral reform, including accountability in the electoral process, political campaign financing reform, and the role of media in elections. The government and people of Jamaica are always striving to ensure that its elections are free and fair and that all citizens can have their voices heard. Now it's your turn. Please go out and vote. Vote Jamaica. Vote for justice. Vote for equality. Vote for peace. And until next time, I'm Hume Johnson. You've been watching Inside the Caribbean. Thank you for watching.